You're listening to the Productive, Not Busy podcast, where we show you how to do life and business confident, focused, and with a plan so that you can make more money. Have more free time and less stress. Your host, Wayne Withersby, will uncover actionable hacks, strategies, tips, and insights you can use today to live a better, more productive life. It's time to boost your mindset, confidence, and your attitude. Here's your host, Coach Wayne.
Hey there, welcome back to the Productive Not Busy podcast. Hope everybody's doing well. I want to thank everybody. We hit number 2 on the charts this week, and I am ecstatic. 108 countries, almost 17,000 downloads this month. And I just want to talk about something that's kind of been on my mind. We're getting ready for a big trip to Atlanta for a big conference, and you're going to be away from family and all the stuff, and it makes you start thinking about purpose and what purpose means on the path to being fulfilled. So I'm going to start with something that's just kind of a simple truth. One thing that I've seen play out in just about every business, every family, every leadership story, and every season of my own life personally, you can be successful without purpose, okay? But you'll never be fulfilled without it. And I know, I spent years chasing things that look like success, right? Titles, results, recognition, only to kind of realize something kind of powerful. Achievement fills your bank account, but purpose fills your soul. And when you have purpose, success becomes a byproduct, not the target. And the real problem is we chase the wrong thing. In our world, most people are chasing achievement. But the worst feeling in the world is achieving something and then realizing it really doesn't mean a whole lot. That's why so many people wake up one day and say, is this it? There has to be more. Why do I feel like I haven't done anything, even though I got what I thought I wanted? And they're right. There's something more. And it's called purpose. And it changes everything. Okay, so why purpose matters? Purpose does 3 things. No goal or no dollar amount or no title can really do for you. Purpose, for me, gives me emotional fuel. Motivation can be fleeting. But purpose is fuel, right? I've been studying this product that's out there now called NEPQ. And I learned that people take action based on emotion, and then they justify it with logic. Now, purpose creates emotional stakes, and it gives meaning to the work, energy to the effort, and resilience if you're struggling. But purpose creates identity. I was reading a book a couple weeks ago by Phil Jones, and he said something that I highlighted. It says, the worst time to think about what you're going to say is when you're about to say it. And identity works the same way. Purpose tells you who you are before life tests you. And when you know who you are, decision-making becomes simple. Like, I'm someone who shows up. I'm someone who leads with confidence, focus, and a plan. And I'm also someone who grows people. So identity, for me, drives behavior. Purpose turns struggles into strength. And without purpose, adversity makes you bitter. And with purpose, adversity makes you better. And purpose gives pain a place. You don't rise despite challenges. You rise because they shaped you. Okay, and my story was kind of what I call a bridge to impact. I grew up believing success was about doing more work, more grit, more drive. And then life taught me something that I'll never forget. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what matters. And your purpose doesn't just direct your path. It protects your energy. It protects your peace. and it protects your people. And if you want to live a life that matters, you have to make purpose your compass. So how do you find and live your purpose? I'm going to give you 3 kind of steps. There are 3 simple steps that you can take today, right now, to align your life with your purpose. And this is part of where I want to shift from inspiring you to equipping you, because inspiration fades, but clarity, that sticks. So step number 1, ask yourself the purpose question. Okay, I use the NAPQ. You can look that up, study it if you choose to. And that basically makes me ask myself 3 questions. Why does this matter to me? And then I ask myself, what would change if I lived aligned with that? And then also I ask myself, what happens if I don't? These questions pull purpose to the surface, not from your head, but from your heart, from your gut. I want you to write 1 sentence. Okay, write a 1-sentence purpose statement. Okay, clear, simple, powerful. And I'm going to give you some examples. I help people do life and business confident, focused, and with a plan. I grow leaders. I create impact. And I'm changing my kids, right? I raise them to be world changers. If you can't say your purpose in a sentence, then you can't live it in a day. So I want you to align your life around it. Purpose is not a feeling. Purpose is a direction. So again, ask yourself, what needs to go? What needs to stay? And what needs to change? Fulfillment comes from alignment and not achievement. So how purpose helps you impact others, especially if you're in leadership. Here's the beautiful part. When you live with purpose, you automatically help others find theirs. You don't need a title, you don't need permission, and you don't need a platform. You just need to be intentional. Okay? Use some questions to connect deeper. When people are talking to you and you're leading them and you're coaching them and you're helping them, right? You can ask them, how long have you felt that way? Or what would having that change do for your life? Or what becomes possible when you step into that? These questions help people open up. They help people think, and they help people dream bigger. Okay? In that book that Phil Jones wrote, he has these magic words. Just imagine. Or what happens next is, or you might be wondering. These phrases remove resistance and they create a vision. You have to paint a picture for people. You combine purpose plus the right language, and then you become a force in people's lives, as a leader especially. So the impact of purpose is powerful because it outlives you. People don't remember your title, they won't remember your numbers, and they won't remember your job description. But what they will remember, how you made them feel, how you believed in them, and how you challenged them, and how you lifted them up, and how you helped them see something inside themselves that they didn't see before. So purpose multiplies when you give it away. I have this saying, right? I break pieces of myself off for others, but sometimes you run out of pieces. So you have to pour into others so it'll multiply. So I'm going to give you a call to action. Today, I want you to ask 1 question. A calibrated question designed to get right to the heart. What would your life look like if you lived with purpose every single day? And then I want you to imagine that version of yourself, and imagine the impact, and imagine the fulfillment you'll get from that. And now, ask yourself, what's stopping me from starting that today? The truth is, honestly, nothing. Purpose is not something you discover. It's something that you decide. And when you choose purpose, you choose fulfillment, you choose impact, and you choose legacy. Because at the end of the day, success is good, and fulfillment is better. But purpose is everything.
You've been listening to the Productive, Not Busy podcast. Please hit the subscribe and notification of new episodes button and visit us on social media like Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok for bonus content.